to the Sports Trifecta's official Kentucky Derby prediction show. Gonna make this pretty quick because there's so many other videos out there, and I know you're gonna want to watch them and podcasts to listen to. So I'm gonna get right into it here. Just gonna break it down for you in style of those horses without a shot, those that have a decent chance and may surprise and win, and then the serious contenders. So let's get to it right away here. Really quick, the horses that don't have a shot, I'll kind of tell you why. Frenzy Fire, just too slow, back runner. Free Drop Billy, stuck on the number 2 post, just not seeing it. Promises Fulfilled is a fader. He'll be on the lead, but he's not going to win. Lone Sailor Hofberg, My Boy Jack, I just don't think are fast enough. Enticed, hasn't really shown that he's elite. Bravazzo, Instilled Regard, Combatant, those horses I'm just crossing out. I don't think they really have a shot at winning this. They're just not fast enough. They don't have the elite speed, the talent, or the post position. Get those out of the way right now. Now let's go into ones that have a chance. Have a chance at winning. It's not a good chance, but there's a chance. I'm going to start with Flame Away. The number 4 post. I'm just going to go post position here. Flame Away has been very consistent. He's got a good base speed. He can peak. He seems to like longer distance from what I've seen throughout the year. Flame Away is a good long shot. I mean, if his odds are up there, I'm going to put some money on him to win, or possibly small exotics and see a big payout from him. He's got a shot there. Things can break right for him. I can see Flame Away wearing the roses. It wouldn't shock me, even though he hasn't really won much. Only one win in the last 3 years, so. But watch out for him. Good Magic. 2-year-old champion, not getting a lot of pub. This is nowhere near what Classic Empire had last year. And, as he ran in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, he beat a pretty strong field there. And then when his last race, 14 horses in it, and he wins in a 14-horse field. I like that. Now, does he have the speed to win? He can finish in the money, definitely. Put him in your exotics all day. Next up, Justify. Whoa, wait a second here. This is the heavy favorite. This is one that everybody's talking about. Yeah, he's all hyped to me. His actual times, he hasn't really faced much competition. You want to say the Apollo Curse, which I am going to believe in the Apollo Curse possibly here. He just hasn't really shown me any eye-popping races here. There was no mile of 16th run in 140 or 141. There was Santa Anita Derby. It wasn't an elite speed race at all. I mean, it was a good kind. And he beat Baldoro in there. But it was nothing for me to be jumping all over this horse. I don't see it. I don't see the hype for this horse. I think he's got a shot at finishing in the money. But by no means should he be bet anything less than 5-1 on this. I mean, if his odds go up above 5-1, maybe I'll put some money on him. But I don't think he's got anywhere near a 20% chance of winning this race. So I'm putting Justify in this. I think he's a good horse, but he's not great, and he's nowhere near what the hype has been on him. Next up is the horse that he beat him, Bolt Doro. Bolt Doro had an amazing front-runner stakes back in 2017, and he's been okay since then. He had the DQ win against McKinsey, where there's bumping going on and stuff. He's a good horse. He's got a good base speed, but I think we've seen the best out of Bolt Doro. And I don't think that his best is better than the top contenders. So Bolt Doro, again, probably, he may finish in the money or so, but he's not going to win this. Next up, we're going to do Solamini. Now, this horse is just a grinder. This horse always finishes in first, second, third. He's all over that. I think his whole racing career, he'll be that way. He just digs in and doesn't give up. Now, this added distance is where I think it could be a strength for him. It could be a weakness, but it could be a strength because he grinds and maybe he just has that will to get to the finish line that the other ones may not, and they may fade back, and Solamini comes up and wins the race. It's asking a lot, and that's why he's not in the top contender group here, but he's a damn good horse, and I think you should definitely consider him for some exotics there as well. And the last of this is Noble Indy. Like Noble Indy, he's just super consistent. He's got a stalking style, and he's kind of a little bit of a close to him as well. So you know what you're going to get at Noble Indy. Coming from the 19th post hurts a little bit here, though. He's coming from way outside. It's better than being on the rail, but I don't think his peak speed is anywhere near what it needs to be to win in a 20-horse field, especially coming from that far out. All right, now let's get to the serious contenders. These 4 horses make up the Superfecta. I'm just going to go in order of confidence for this. We're going to start off with the number 16, Magnum Moon. Magnum Moon, he's got a good style. He can run on the front. He can be a stalker as well. He's got great clothes. He's got the Apollo curse going against him, but he wins. He's got the 3 wins going. I think he's beaten better fields than what Justify's gone against. And I don't think he needs the front. Justify may need the front. Justify may get burned out by Promises Fulfilled. I think Magnum Moon, coming from that 16th post, he's just in a better position. Magnum Moon is a serious shot at winning this and breaking the Apollo curse. Let's just see if his peak speed can get up there. He needs to run his eyeballs out, and these other 3 horses need to hit some issues, I think, to win. So Magnum Moon is my number 4. I'm putting in here. My number 3 would be the 18 Vino Rosso. Vino Rosso for the Italian speakers out there. Mr. Red Wine. You know what you're going to get out of Vino Rosso. He's come from the 18th post, which may hurt, may hinder, but he's a mid-pack style kind of runner, and he's a closer. That is a little scary because, hey, it's 20 horses. You know, if you're in the back, you got to navigate through a whole bunch of traffic and a whole bunch of clouds of dust in front of you. That is one of the reasons why I'm not 100% sold on Vino Rosso, but I believe his speed is so good that he can get up there, circle the field, or come diving in on the rail or something. I think he's tactical enough to where he can finish in the money for this race with certain confidence, which is really weird for a horse that's only won 1 race in the last 3, and he comes from the back. I'm really going against myself a lot of this here. But from what I've seen of Vino Rosso and what I think he can do, and I think he likes the distance too, he's my number 3 here. I'm going to go with that. All right, so we're going to get to the top 2 here, and they're razor thin close to each other. Audible and Mendelssohn. That's the number 5, the number 14 for those looking at a betting machine. Listen to this. Audible I've been all about since he came out with the Holy Bull. That was a hell of a performance. That was very impressive, and he hasn't shown, a glitch at all after that. He's been winning. People question his pedigree, but I don't think that's an issue here. I think he's built for this race. He's got a great style. He can finish strong. He's stalking, kind of tactical because he can hang back. He doesn't have to be on a super fast lead, so I'm not worried about burnout with him. Audible was my number 1 coming into the post draw. Mendelssohn, he's been all over the place. He's been on turf. He's been on dirt. He's been in the U.S. He's been in Europe. He's been in Dubai. He's been all over the place. It's hard to get a read on him, except when you watch the races and how he has blitzed some fields in the past. Won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf, which was actually a very stacked race. There was a bunch of horses that we've gone over numerous times that have won that. And Mendelssohn, his UAE Derby was so monstrous. At Maidan, there's no run-up with their clock. They just started right when the gates opened, and he still ran a 1:55 for a mile and 3/16. That's incredible. If you look at when he crosses at a mile and a 16th, he's running like a 1:41. That's with no run-up. That means there's like no momentum that this horse has built up. I think that's incredible, and he won by 18 lengths. Audible, though, has just done everything he's needed to do, and he's done it in impressive time. Audible's the number 5 post. Mendelssohn's the number 14. I think Audible might get pinched back a little bit, and he may run into some issues. I don't think Mendelssohn's going to run into any issues, and I think Mendelssohn's actually going to take off, even though Audible's extremely talented and just as fast as Mendelssohn, I think. I think Mendelssohn is just going to have a better trip. So I got Mendelssohn winning this, and I got Audible finishing in second. So my Superfecta, if you're going to bet that straight up, put it down. 14, 5, 18, 16. Those are my picks. I'm SOB, aka Sean O'Brien, my real name. Follow us on Twitter at the Sports Tri. That's TRI at the end. And hey, if this is nailed and I make you money, share the post. Let us know. Send us an email at sportstrifecta@gmail.com too. Love to hear from you. If you've got any other comments too, let us know too. We'll be doing a bunch of races all throughout the summer. Fun contest here. We've got 5 picks now in our contest. Myself, Dulo, and the Control now has a couple friends. There's a whole Control group that we go against. The Oaks kicks off our whole thing. That happens later today, as I'm recording this on Friday. So, best of luck. Make some money. All right, take care.